Hey there, English learners. Welcome to our YouTube presentation on the past simple. I'm your host, Jenny. Just to let you know, my accent is totally English. Joining me today is our language expert, Charles. Please welcome Charles to the studio.
Hi everyone, I'm thrilled to be here and assist Jenny with her introduction to the past simple. Let's get into it.
Today we will be going on a thrilling journey to understand the past simple form, irregular verbs, and of course, everything with the correct British pronunciation. Are you ready? To start, we shall talk about the construction of the past simple. The past simple is used to talk about actions that happened and finished in the past. For regular verbs, we simply add ed to the base form of the verb. Charles, could you give us an example sentence using a regular verb in the past simple?
Sure. This morning I looked out of the window.
There are also irregular verbs. These are verbs that don't follow the usual ed pattern. Irregular verbs can be a little tricky, but don't worry, we'll guide you through it. Let's take the verb go as an example. Notice how go becomes went in the past tense. Charles, can you think of another irregular verb in the past simple?
Sure, yes. Well, one of the most common, of course, have in the present, to have, and the past form had. Now, when we are talking about food or drink, we usually use this verb. So, for example, I could say, this morning I had strawberries and cream.
Marvelous. Yummy. Thanks for that, Charles. Now we can practice what we've learned so far with some exercises. So people, it's time to put your skills to the test. I'll give you a sentence, and you'll need to choose the correct past simple form from the options provided. Take a moment to think about the correct answer, and when you're ready, let's reveal it together. And the correct answer is C, drank. She drank a cup of coffee this morning. Let's try another one, shall we? Do your best, everyone. Which option do you think is correct? Take a moment to decide. And the correct answer is C, saw. They saw a movie last night. Great job, everyone. I hope you're getting the hang of the past simple. Remember, practice makes perfect. Now, shall we practice using the past simple a little? Can we start with a conversation between us, Charles? This will help us see the tense in action. Charles, have you ever visited Paris?
Yes, I have, Jenny. I went to all the usual tourist places, the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower. I had a boat trip on the River Seine.
And what was your favorite site?
It was definitely Notre Dame Cathedral. And just outside Notre Dame Cathedral, there was a stall selling l'escargot.
And did you actually eat those slimy snails?
Oh, yes, I had l'escargot, snails, for the very first time. They were delicious.
Fantastic. So, English learners, did you notice how we use the past simple in our conversation? We used it to talk about past actions and experiences. When we want to ask a question in the past simple, we use the auxiliary verb, or helping verb did, followed by the base form of the verb. Charles, could you ask me a question in the past simple?
Absolutely, Jenny. A question for you. Did you enjoy your last summer holiday?
Yes, I did. I had an incredible time traveling around the UK and exploring new places.
Wow. And Jenny, what was the most memorable place you visited?
My most memorable place was definitely Buckingham Palace. And I saw King Charles there. Really. He was leaving in his Rolls Royce. Now, let's move on to the negative form of the past simple. To make a negative sentence, we use the helping verb did not, or its contraction didn't, before the base form of the verb. Charles, could you give us an example of a negative sentence?
Of course. I didn't watch TV last night because I was busy reading a book.
Great example, Charles. So, viewers, remember to use did not or didn't to create negative sentences in the past simple. Finally, Let's focus on the positive form of the past simple. Charles, can you give us a positive sentence using the past simple?
Sure thing, Jenny. I visited my grandparents last weekend. They live in the countryside and they have a very large garden. And as it was such a sunny day, we had afternoon tea on the lawn.
Well done, Charles. Our conversation and examples have shown how to use the past simple in question, negative, and positive forms. That brings us to the end of our presentation on the past simple. We've covered the form, irregular verbs, and even done some practice and conversation. Please like and subscribe our channel for news of more exciting language lessons coming soon.
That's right. Keep practicing putting the past simple into your daily conversations, and your English will shine.
Until next time, keep learning and
Uh-huh.
keep shining. So, it's goodbye from Charles.
And it's goodbye from Jenny.